Hello, everyone. So, for me, it's been 2 weeks since I last recorded a Solo D&D thing. And the reason I stopped was because everyone died fighting the bandits. It was not great. It started out with 4 nat 20s against Baharush before he could rage, and everything was bad. Everything was bad. So, I decided to try something a bit new, for me anyway, which is I made a world here. It's undiscovered. It's called Domhan Calete, or Calete. It's Irish for something. I don't know how the Savin? Yeah, it's Savin Calete. Davin. I remember. Samhain. It's Savin. So it'd be Darwin Calete. The Lost World. The lore behind this world is that about 100 years ago, this shipping community, led by Captain Brecker, crash-landed on this world that was unknown. Unable to make their way out of the world, they started building a community here. And here we are 100 years later, with this part of the world being known as the Tamelands, now a thriving community, whereas everything that is unexplored here, I will leave up to the random generators. But who knows what's going on out there? A lot can change in 100 years. Bandits running rampant. There might be orcish hordes. Goblin hordes. There might be a dragon out there. Who knows? But inside of the walls, things are relatively balanced. Outside the walls, who the fuck knows? I have spent so long transcribing everything I can into this booklet here. With luck, I won't need to open Xanthor's Guide or D&D Beyond before tables again, except for random encounters. Because I got everything here from NPC generating to rules to city generations and villain generations, and everything from one D&D I thought would be necessary to carry over. The new part of your running, I'll show you. The main character, my character, is Sivwilch, this kobold. He is a kobold ranger. He is going to become a Drake Warden. In his background, I rolled for random life effects. And in his life events that he got was he saved a commoner. Commoner ended up being Yersis here. And Yersis owes him a life debt. Originally, she would have been a commoner. I did roll randomly. I did not choose for her to be Dragonborn, or Copper, or female. Everything here is just randomly generated. And I love it. But because I didn't want her to, die or just hang around, I made her a sidekick. She is an expert. I decided to start us off with being hirelings ourselves. This man, Stillcrest, is not a party member so much as he is a leader. He is a level 5 warrior doing the samurai re-skinned into a knight. And he is a seasoned adventurer who decided to take on Sivwilch and by proxy Yersis, so he could teach them the ways of adventuring. He had a job for us, which should have been relatively simple as starting work. The job is a kidnapping and iron reach. The kidnapping target was a neutral human male aristocrat named Parder Sids. The only clues we have to work on are the keywords enthusiastic, negotiation, and scary. So what we're thinking happened, which we'll talk about while we travel throughout the days, is that this aristocrat was kidnapped for ransom, of course, hence the negotiation, and also the enthusiasm for trying to get paid. Scary indicates that they might have left a ransom letter saying, "We will fucking kill him if you don't give us money." In this party location tab, I am also keeping track of who is in the party, the current date and time, and the current weather. So as we travel, walking just outside of the city, just outside of Brecker's Landing, the knight, Sir Stillcrest, rides upon his warhorse, while Sivwilch and Yersis walk behind. He attempts to make conversation, asking things such as, why did you want to get into adventuring? Why is a kobold, of all things, trying out heroism or freelance work? I mean no offense, of course. I am merely curious about why a kobold. Your people are not quite known for being valorous, Civ Welch just simply responds, "There be more to us than you may think, human." Fair enough. There's always something to learn from other races. The way I'm doing traveling is every square is a 2 days journey because it's split into 4 sections like this. Let us roll for the encounters. Does anything happen to us while we're traveling on day 1? Is it going to be occupied because we're right outside of the main city gates? Ooh, we get 3 encounters, 2 in the afternoon and 1 in the evening. 1d6 plus 2 boars. There are 3 boars. We're doing good on food because we just left, so we will just continue on, ride by. As we approach, the boars scurry off into the forest. NPC met who gives PC information about possible quests. This could be one of the kidnappers. Is it a messenger from the kidnappers? Yes, and knowledge. Yes, and knowledge. What fortuitous luck, Dillcrest will say. Sir, we seem to be looking for a couple of your companions who seems to find it necessary to kidnap a lord. Now, if you wouldn't mind telling us where they have gone and what we can learn from them, it'd be much appreciated. And I'll have him roll persuasion to get the bandit to try to talk to them. 12. I think a bandit CR is 1-8. The bandit, seeing that a knight with hirelings was sent to retrieve him, thought better than to try to try to play around with them. How many keywords do we get from the bandit? 2 keywords. But first, Silver's just gonna see if he's lying. Keeping an eye on him. Ooh, that's a maybe. Is he lying? No. Alright. We can't tell if he's lying or not, but according to the oracle, whatever keywords we get, he's telling the truth. Aftershock. Dark. We're heading to Ironreach, which in this world is a mining community. So given that it's a mining community, Aftershock might mean that there was a cave-in of some sort that they are using as a hideout. The dark indicates that they may be underground. Stillcrest will thank him for the information and tell him, if you have any information that you're planning on delivering, feel free to deliver it to us, as we will be the ones handling this situation from here on out. Yeah, roll another persuasion check on Sir Stillcrest here. 11. DC was 10 because the way I'm doing DCs right now is that it is equal to 10 plus the character's CR. So because of CR 1/8, the DC is 10 to try to persuade him, intimidate him, track them, anything like that. And the bandit will give the leader saying the amount of gold that they want for the Lord and where to drop it off. Stillcrest will leave the bandit alone, let him go upon his way, and continue walking. Silwilch will follow closely and say, "How you know he not lying? Could easily send you on lost path." Which Stillcrest will respond, "When you've been at this for as long as I have, you realize that when they realize they have everything to lose, they're more likely to keep what they have. Right now, they have nothing to gain. Or that one specifically had nothing to gain by lying to us. But he can at least keep his life and his freedom for now." Silwilch will listen. He's dubious, obviously. He's a kobold and he doesn't really trust a lot of taller races. But he keeps his mind open. And we got one more encounter. It's for the evening as we're searching for a place to camp. Ooh, 1d3 dryads. Or, on the Solo Adventurer's Guide, a discarded backpack with some intriguing contents. I like those both, but I think I'll go for the backpack because that one is quicker and can actually do something. None of us can speak Sylvan, so we got nothing to gain by dealing with dryads. But this backpack with some intriguing contents, you say? Does it contain traveling gear? No, the backpack does not contain traveling gear. Does it contain any type of money? Yes. I'll say a small amount of money. 4d6 silver pieces. 20 silver pieces. I'll give that to your sis. Is there any indication about what happened to the owner of this backpack? No. Does the backpack look abandoned? I ask after we rob it. Maybe. So a survival check to see if the backpack is abandoned? We cannot tell. We do not know if the backpack is abandoned or not. Can I find any tracks or trails leading away from the backpack? No. So someone just abandoned their gear here. There's no traveling gear, left 20 silver, and that's it. There's nothing else about this backpack. Fair enough. Not everything is going to be a lead. Alright, survival check DC to find a campsite. We're in the forest on a set path. So it says here that the DC is 6. The Vulture needs to roll not a nat 1. Actually, he can't fail. Because in 1D&D, nat 1s aren't instant fails. Instant fails, it's just nat 1s are only a thing in combat. So, the Vulture, with his great survival, is able to find us a campground for the night. Day 2 of travel. We get 2 encounters, one in the evening, or one in the afternoon and one in the evening. That's one Ankeg, bug thing. Monster ambush. They're both level appropriate easy encounter. Go to chapter 16. So it says that an easy encounter is 2 CR0 monsters for a level 1 solo PC. For 2 PCs, level 1 easy. So I would be using the level 1 medium table. Alright, so it's 2 CR0 monsters. There's not a lot of dangerous looking CR0 monsters, who would have thought. It does say easy encounter. So as we're walking by, let's roll their stealth, which they have expertise in somehow. And I think that beats my passive perception. Yep, passive perception 18. So they get a surprise round. What is going to happen is that as they attack, Steelcrest will turn around, but he won't engage. He's merely going to watch to see how we handle ourselves. He's not going to let us get hurt. He's not going to let us get hurt by any means, but he's not going to intervene. Yersis is surprised. Civwilch is surprised. Did I do Goblin Bosses by accident? Oh no. Commoner. That could have been bad. That could have been real bad. Oh good, same turn order. So as they were stealth, runs out. Gonna make a club attack with advantage. 17, AC 14. 2 damage to her as he hits her in the back of the leg. And stealth run. Attack with advantage. Misses. His Civil's AC is 18. He's in Dragonhide and the shield. In my games, the spears are considered finesse weapons. Always believe they should have been. 8. Doesn't do it. But she will move here and bonus action help. He's going to bonus action Shillelagh, and then he's going to swing. 13. 9. The goblin is not dead because Silvilch will roll to unconscious him. Silvilch, every chance he can, he's going to go for sparing people, unless they cannot be spared, or something happens that involves them being killed. Silcrest is just going to watch. Try to gauge how we handle ourselves. He's a mentor right now. Next attack against her has advantage. Yes, advantage. She hit. For 5. Yeah, no, she is very loyal. Her loyalty is maxed out to Civwilch. So she will adhere to his lifestyle and go for the sparing. After the fight, Yersis will rub her leg, which is now getting like a gnarly Charlie horse. And Civwilch will say, "Why do they bother attacking? They had no chance to win." Steelcrest will say, "Sometimes they don't need reasons. Monsters in this world will attack no matter what. Though you did spare them. I'm interested in that." Civil will say, "They not monsters. They people. Like me. People call Civil's monster. All time. Civil's not monster. Civils think they not monster either." And Steelcrest will smile at that and turn and continue leading the way as we follow. So we have a chance of running into either an unmarked settlement or 1d4 were-rats. I think I'll go for the settlement for a passive one. So as we arrive here in the campgrounds, Steelcrest will ask the people, the guards standing guard, if we would be allowed to stay. They recognize him as Sir Stillcrest, famous knight, famous mercenary, who's been doing this for some 20 odd years now. And they'll say, for you, Sir Stillcrest, of course, but tell your, and he'll point to Sivwilch with his mace, the pet to behave. Sivwilch will snarl, because Stillcrest will motion for him to calm down. I assure you, this man is worthy of some respect, young guard. I sense he might be a hero in the making. But we will rest, and we will trade. And he'll smile at them as they move into camp. Are they selling healing potions? No but. I mean, that's just a straight no. There's no but. They are not selling healing potions. All right. One of her starting feats was musician. So she can give everyone one inspiration for every short rest or every long rest we take. They're not selling healing potions. None of us can actually make our own. Good enough. We tried. Let us rest. Okay, on this day, any random encounters as we continue making our way to Iron Reach. There's one in the afternoon. Orc raiding party. Abandoned campsite found. Actually, we could have both of those. Those kind of match. I'm leaving the warhorse behind because we would have seen smoke in the distance. Stillcrest is letting us pretty much lead. He's making sure we just don't get ourselves killed. He asks us, do you wish to investigate? And he'll point over to the smoke. That there is dying smoke, and it means that there's a campsite nearby. People might need help, or people might have something for us to trade if you wish. Sivwilch will say, sure, let's go trade. Let's go see what's going on. When we get here, we find a destroyed camp. It's not just the fire that's on fire. The tents have been burnt down, and the place is littered with footsteps and blood. No bodies, however. When we find ourselves, I'll roll for the orcs. The orcs went to stealth. We hear them approaching. So there are 5 orcs. We hear them marching and chanting as they realize that their trap has been sprung. Stillcrest will draw his great sword, and he looks to them and says, don't worry, I won't let you fall. Sivwilch will go there, and he's going to hold a spell. He's going to hold Sorcerer's Burst. And he got Sorcerer's Burst because he chose I chose for him the gold background of Draconic Sorcery, where he can learn a spellcasting, or a sorcerer spell, and I chose Sorcerer's Burst, the one D&D spell, which I love. So he's going to hold until one gets up on this ridge. Orc. Bonus action aggressive. He's going to charge up at the enemies. That's as far as he can make it without dashing. The Sivwilch will unleash his spell. 19. 3. I'm going to do cold damage, so he takes 3 cold damage. And then he's going to dash. This orc is basically going to do the same thing. Same thing as well. Stillcrest, being the hero that he is, will leap down to meet the orcs. Moving there. First strike misses. He's going to use his inspiration from Yersis to not roll a nat 1 for 9 damage. Just trying to remember which masteries he has. Cleave, Flex, Graze, and Push. Well, he does not kill him. You will hit him with that push and knock him 10 feet back, which will in turn knock him back down to cliff. Yersis will rush there, pull out her short bow, and fire at that orc. With a good thunk, shoots him right in the shoulder. The orc's going to continue to rush. Oh, okay. For a second, that hide, I thought it meant like literally bonus action hide. And he's going to aggressively rush up, and he's going to action bless these 3 orcs. Sivwilch will see him casting Bless and say, well, straight up, I don't like that. And he's going to Sorcerer's Burst him. +2 for height bonus. For more cold. -3. He needs to make a con save. Oh, Bless is gone already. He is slightly annoyed to say the least. So is this orc. This orc is going to make an athletics check to try to climb up the side of the wall. Oh, oddly enough, he's not proficient with it. But he does make it. He's going to have his movement climb up the wall, and he moves there, and he's going to swing once. That's not one. This orc will also gang up on the front runner man. 14. Misses. Steelcrest is going to attack this orc and then cleave to that orc. Oh boy. He does go for the kill for these orcs because they are just attacking innocent people. And then cleave attack on that second orc. So is this -5, is it? Yep, -5. So 6 damage to him, which kills him. And then second attack to that orc on the left for 10. And then he's going to bonus action Second Wind. Ursus, impressed, is going to shoot at the weak orc. Misses. Charge forward. Attack. For 4 damage. Grumsh is going to Spiritual Weapon. He's going to Spiritual Weapon Steelcrest. Misses. He's going to action run forward and then attack. Misses. Silverwolf will move to the edge. While it looks like he's right next to the orc, he's not. He's about 15 feet up. He's going to shoot down. All 3s on his damage, though. Doesn't matter what damage type, they're all do the same. He's not resistant to any, so by lightning. Orc is going to swing. That hits. 13. Well, Steelcrest is going to start just attacking. Bottom one, and then cleave to the left. Steelcrest kills the orc. And then cleave. That one. He's going to use his human inspiration now, which he gets every day, to re-roll that nat 1. There we go. And hits this orc for 8. He kills the second orc with a cleave. He then attacks the Eye of Grumsh with his second attack. Hits him for 15. He is then going to Action Surge, and he's going to activate his Fighting Spirit as a bonus action, giving these next 2 attacks advantage. Nat 20. 24. Steelcrest successfully kills the Eye of Grumsh, and the orcish raiding party has been defeated. As we re-meet in the edge of camp, he says to us, "Good job. You both handled yourself well. I didn't know you were a magic caster, kobold. That is very good to know." Silverwolf will rub his hands over his staff. "Yes, me be dragonrite, or dragonrot, which means me be blessed with many spells and many skills of dragons." "Indeed. I think I've heard about dragonrot before. You live longer, you're stronger and faster than other kobolds. I must say, though, I am impressed with what I've seen." Ursus will speak up. "I don't think you need to praise us, your lord. My lord, you've pretty much handled all of those orcs yourself." And he'll let out a laugh and pat her on the shoulder. "While I might have been the one to deal most of the killing blows, trust me when I say that you're all valuable in combat. And I got to see that you did not run away when things were looking rough. Were it not for the kobold's magic, who knows how much more damage those orcs could have done. And he disrupting the spellcaster was significantly beneficial. But now, it seems that orcs are now in the Teamlands again, and they're back raiding once again. I'll have to report this when we return back to Brecker's Landing, but for now, we should leave and continue on our quest. There's someone in danger who needs us." And with that, he turns and heads back to his horse. Next day, no random encounters. We make it to the next campground safely. Okay, we are here at day 4 of the travels, because we started on the 20th. The weather today is... oh, that's not good. Autumn. Sleet and blizzard. It will be harder to travel. So, because it's sleeting and blizzarding, we are currently traveling at half pace, which means that it'll take us 2 days to reach the next area. Or to reach the next area, which would be just outside of town. So day 1, nothing happens. We safely reach the next campground, though we are making half progress. And Yersis has eaten the last of our rations, which is fine. Civil does not mind sharing, and I think he does not have good berry, so we do actually need to buy rations when we can. So next day, weather 3. It's rainy. We don't lose progress, but we make it to the outside the gates. We get one encounter in the evening before we make it there to camp, or before we make it to our next campgrounds. A quest giver, or an ape or tiger. Are we able to scare away the animal? And I was gonna say +3 because Sivwilch has animal handling. No. But here's the thing is, I'm not going to bother making an encounter table for that because it's one tiger and Steelcrest can kill it in one turn. Are we able to harvest any of its meat? No, but something. I just no. So we make it to the gates on the morning of the 26th. It was a 6-day walk, or 6-day travel, down here to Ironreach. The guards at the gate warn us that the city isn't very safe right now. There is a lot of fighting as famine ravages the city. We're allowed to enter because of Steelcrest, but we got to be careful. Steelcrest says he understands. We are here on business, and we'll do what we can to not make any waves while we're here. So because there is open fighting here, and and this area is in the brink of a civil war because of the racial minority is oppressing the racial majority, there's a good chance we get attacked while just traveling around doing our stuff. The first thing we need to do is try to find any indication about this caved-in mine. Could be an investigation check from everyone. Highest one finds something if they get decently good. He probably found it. She probably finds something. Sivwilch absolutely knows where it is. Despite Sivwilch not being in Ironreach before, he quickly picks up on rumors of the caved-in mine shaft that bandits are now hiding in at. They say that they are attacking anybody that attempts to come near, and we have our heading to find this lost lord. How many bandits are guarding the front path? 7. As we approach, we are told, obviously, to stop. And the bandit will approach. Hand on his sword as he says, "What are you doing here, Steelcrest? This doesn't concern you." Steelcrest will respond with, "I was hired to retrieve the lord that you have taken. These are my adventuring companions. I'm training them in the ways of mercenary work. Now that said, I would much rather get through this without bloodshed, but I have a job to do, and I will complete it. Will you let me retrieve my ward, or am I going to have to take him?" I'll have him do persuasion at disadvantage, or intimidation at disadvantage, because bandit. 3. The bandit just scoffs and laughs and turns to the other bandit over here who hears them and walks up. And the bandit will say, "Not gonna happen, Steelcrest. We outnumber you. Good deal, too. And it doesn't matter how many kobolds you bring with you. You're not getting this guy for free. Now, if you didn't bring the ransom, fuck off." And Steelcrest will lower his head in dejection as he realizes he's going to have to kill these people. He says, "As you wish," and draws his sword. Sivwilch, seeing how combat is beginning, is going to decide to take the high ground. Climb up here so he can safely shoot at the bandits down below. He's going to draw his short bow this time, and he's going to hunter's mark this fellow. Yeah. I know rangers don't usually start with spells, but they do now in 1 D&D. Okay, we have cantrips and we have spells. And then Civ will shoot him. The +2 for height is 11, still misses. Yersis, she is going to try to protect Sivwilch, but she also has fewer arrows than he does, so we'll see what happens. She'll also gain the high ground and attempt to shoot at the same bandit he shot at, for 8. Bandit, not liking the fact he just got shot. Sivwilch is not wielding a shield right now, so that is just a 16, which hits. Oh, always max damage against me. It hurts me. It hurts me every time. And then he is going to run back and start calling out, Fight, fight, fight. And then the bandit slash misses. Steelcrest will attack. Hits. Steelcrest very swiftly kills this bandit and then continues down the path. He is going to tank because my people will be squishy. So he will approach, gets there. This one will draw his crossbow and fire at Steelcrest. Nope, same thing. Almost, but rolled off that 15. This bandit is going to shoot. Misses. It was your turn I skipped. Civwilch just got shot. Pretty bad. Max damage. Because of course he's going to move his hunter's mark over to this guy. That hits. For 6 plus... for 11. Kills him. Civwilch kills the bandit with an arrow. Thanks to hunter's mark, he's able to pull it up over the top and end him. I'm thinking about it. Civwilch doesn't want to kill people. He considers these things people. So he's going to instead subdue him by shooting. The problem with subduing is that you can't really do that with ranged weapons. When an attacker would be reduced to 0 hit points, the attacker can instead reduce the creature to 1 hit point. The creature has the unconscious condition and starts a short rest. This creature remains unconscious. Still sees with a melee attack. So I don't kill him, but I don't knock him unconscious. I immobilize him as he's on the ground, still writhing in pain, very much alive though. See Ursus, she is going to shoot at this bandit. That hits for 4. Oh, I couldn't have hunter marched him anyways, which means that he's still alive. I forgot. He doesn't take that extra 5 damage, which means he's still going. Because this guy's marked. Right, okay. He's gonna run there and aim a shot at Ursus for 2. This bandit is slain by Steelcrest. He lasts 5 feet to move there so we can cleave them. Steelcrest does some good damage to the bandits, but is unable to actually kill them. No. 13, no. He's gonna shoot at the knight. Eventually someone's gonna have to hit. Not him though. Next attack against him has advantage. He got shot at by Ursus, so he's gonna shoot back. AC 14. Miss. Civ is going to put his bow away and instead Sorcerer's Burst. The bandit that has his hunter's mark on him. He's gonna do cold damage to try to freeze him out, knock him unconscious. That hits. 2 cold damage. Well, doesn't knock him unconscious. Definitely stops him from moving though. Well, it doesn't stop him from moving, but definitely hurts him. She's gonna shoot at the bandit who just shot at her. Ursus knocks out, or doesn't knock out. She's not afraid of killing. She's dealt with bandits and stuff. Bandits and pirates in her life. Being a former sailor, she understands what has to be done, and she kills him. Bandit is going to charge with his scimitar, plus 2 to hit because of flanking. Doesn't matter. He's going to attack the one in the middle. Hits. Kills. Steelcrest kills a bandit with a greatsword, and he's going to cleave the bottom one. He kills another bandit with the cleave, and then attack the one on top, and he kills another bandit with his greatsword. He will then move up on this bandit and end his turn. One bandit left is going to try to dash inside to warn the others. That's as far as he can make it. Civwilch will attempt to Sorcerer's Blast him. I was so close to being great. She can't really get a good shot on him. So she's going to try to safely drop down the mountain. Unfortunately, she is unable to land safely. She lands prone, unfortunately. So that was 5 feet to move off the cliff. Did not land safely. Landed prone. She stands. She has 10 feet of movement left. And she's going to shoot the bandit for 7. The bandit is slain by Ursus's arrows. And with that, we end the initial encounter. Oh no, we don't. This guy's still alive. Oh no, this guy is dead. So after the fight, Steelcrest will notice that Civwilch is quite hurt. If you wish, I will keep watch on the front of the cave while you take a rest. And I'll make sure that no one interrupts us. Civwilch will hold his side where the arrow is sticking out and, why wait for us? You could do this yourself. And Steelcrest will kneel down to look him in the eyes and say, do you know why I chose you, Civwilch, to be my companion for this quest? It's because I see potential in you. I'm a human, and I'm getting old. There must be more adventures than me to take care of this world when I'm gone. The fact that a creature like you seeks to make the world a better place brings me hope. So I hope by making you an adventurer, I show the world that it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. As long as you try, you have what it takes. The reason I will wait for you instead of doing this myself, it's because someone needs to teach you the right way of being an adventurer. I believe you have that in you. Now, take your rest. I'll make sure that no one interrupts. An hour later, let's see if anything happens. There's no encounter. No one tries to come in, and no one tries to leave the cave. So I'm gonna have her roll investigation check to see how many arrows or bolts. She's not able to get any. Okay. She's not able to find any usable arrows or a crossbow bolt that was not somehow broken. Because that happens. So there's 23 bandits. Again, really... Let's just make it bright. It's dark in here. It's a cave. We get it. Really glad Steelcrest is here. Because I highly suspect that he will be able to kill all of these things by himself. But hey, we're here to learn the dangers of being an adventurer. And Steelcrest is not going to bother stealthing because he's wearing full plate armor. What's the point? Alright, let us begin with this massive fight. Bandit Captain with in his whatevers. Don't know. Tied up. That's the guy we're here to rescue. Don't know. Oh, no. Go back. Oh, yeah, don't know. Knows. Out of the corner of his eye, he sees him. A heavily plate armored knight. Sword and armor covered in the blood of his comrades walking through. And he's like, oh no. And he's gonna start running to tell people. He's like, invaders, we're being invaded. So him and everyone in this room now knows this does not count as a room, someone will need to go back there. Civ will try to stealth. I mean, they know he's there, but he's not in sight. He's gonna use his musical inspiration because I hate nat ones. God damn it. It's an 11, 30. He can get there. He's gonna try to sneak around to try to get out of the bulk of the battle. And Silkrest is gonna follow where that guy went. Must be somewhere important. She is also going to stealth. 14. With her bow drawn, ready. Run forward, sees him. Going to attempt to slash at disadvantage. Even at disadvantage, it was a nat 20, but disadvantage still hits. It was weird that was a nat 20. I'm gonna say that it's dim light all up in here. Because they're all basically humans. For 7. He's gonna start running towards the guy. Oh, he actually get close enough to make an attack roll at disadvantage. Just misses at disadvantage. Nope, flanking rolls banded there. Shite. For 2. He is going to try to run down, dashing, and tell the other people that are being invaded. So now this guy knows. So will transfer his hunter's mark to this guy. And does he beat the passive perception? He does. So it's at advantage. 19 plus D6. Kills, but not really kills this guy. So Steelcrest is going to swing at the man below him. Well, attack again. Kills him. He gets a big dead skull before moving up. Yurkis will try to aim a shot past him. The bandit gets +2 to AC. At advantage because she's stealth. She got much higher than Civ did. Doesn't matter. Still does a 9. Will proceed to run forward and tell people, hey, we have an intruder. Then we'll hold position. He's going to swing. That hit. These guys are much more determined than the people outside. Divulge hears them approaching behind. You'll put his bow away and draw his club. Use his action to draw his shield because it's an action. And then bonus action shillelagh. And prepare. Oh, he's going to start cutting. Bandit is slain by Steelcrest's greatsword. Forward attack. I meant to roll the attack roll first. Okay. A bandit is slain by Steelcrest's greatsword. Ursus sees the bandit approaching in front and will shoot. 6. Approaching the choke point. Approaches the choke point. Rushes the person that just shot him. Nope. Point is choked. 25. You take a swing at Civ, who now has his shield. Misses because of the shield, thank God. Civ will shillelagh attack him for a good old 7 whacking. Whoosh. You know what? Bonus action Hunter's Mark. And then I'm going to just reactively do it because I forgot. Additional 5 damage. Is not killed but knocked unconscious. Alright, let's get to swinging. He's going to cleave the one on top. No, 2 twos in a row. What are the chances? She's going to stab the bandit. She has no qualms about killing. Not these guys anyway. Approach. Oop. Approach. Attack kobold. Please don't be max damage. Please don't be max damage. Four. Well, he gets hit. Max damage. Zivwilch is going to bonus action Draconic Cry. So these two have an advantage against attack rolls against them. And an action, strike, at advantage for 9. Luckily, they can only attack them one at a time. Going to attack, try to cleave the top ones again. That hits. Oh boy, I'm rolling. Suddenly, I'm not doing any damage. That's not great. All right, cleave, strike the one on the right. So that's 7. Same thing. Except this time it's going to attack the one on the right first, and then cleave them to the left. 13. Meant to attack roll first. Okay, and he takes 3, which does it. And because we have numbers to take care of, he is going to action surge as he attacks the one on bottom at advantage. 3 bandits now have died to Steelcrest's battle strategy. And second attack against this guy at advantage. If he doesn't kill him, he will fling him. Push him back 10 feet, or as far as he can. Kills. Ursus will stab and kill that bandit straight up. Going to attack the knight. Hits the knight. For 6. Misses. Can't get closer. Band captain is going to wait for Steelcrest to approach him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Attack. 2. -3. Or -4. Attack. Oh my god. 10. Suddenly they can't miss him. Noticing that he absolutely cannot step forward and attack this Dragonborn, he is going to go over here to attack him. Flank. +2. Misses. Well, he's gonna 100 mark him. And then strike. Fuck. Rest inspiration. Or musical inspiration. Doesn't hit, but it's better than a nat 1. Steelcrest is gonna start cleaving. Bandit is slain by Steelcrest's greatsword. Second attack, going to do another cleaving strike against the one on the bottom. So 3, 2, that's 5, that's 5, that's 10. Fuck, of course, 1 damage away. And then cleave the one on the bottom left. Oh boy. So that's 14 damage, kills him with a cleave, and he will second win. The Yerkis is going to breath weapon. He's going to breath weapon here to get all 3 of them. They all need to make dexterity saving throws. Why does it keep lowest? It doesn't matter. They all fail anyway. 9 acid damage, and she just -9. Are you okay? -5. App's freaking out a little bit. It too was trying to figure out why the hell it keep lowest. You know what? She'll bonus action strike with an offhand dagger. That ain't gonna do it. Okay, he tried. 3. Misses. Thank God. Can't move. Can't move. Bandit Captain will begin. No, he's gonna wait because he wants the first strike, which means he wants Steelcrest to have to move to him and then wait. And he misses. Misses. Can't move. Attack. Misses. Actually, +2 because a bandit hits. Alright, 3. Civ Welch roll. Strike. No, Civvy boy. Kind of in a situation here where you need to hit more often than miss. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to retroactively do bonus action Cry again. Draconic Cry. And roll that with advantage. So once more, keep the highest. Doesn't matter, still misses, but I tried. He's going to attack the one on the left. Another bandit has been slain because of Steel Crest. Due to Steel Crest's greatsword. Cleave the one on the bottom. It's dead. And then attack the one on the right. Oh boy. 19. Another bandit has been slain because of Steel Crest's greatsword. He sees the bandit captain and will approach. Falling into the bandit captain's plan. She will do her second acid breath. One makes it. One fails. One makes it. Make, fail, make. Man, the D8s are so much better than the D10s. -4, -8, -4. And she successfully melts them all with her racial AoE, which is really good. She will then move here and bonus action help against this guy. He will attack the kobold again because they've been having a bit of a spar. Hit. God damn it. And he's unconscious. Because of course she is. And rolled a not a nat 20. Rolled a maximum damage roll. Approach. And he has 3 attacks. 1, 2, and 3. The 1 hits, and then he also has advantage on the next strike against him. I rolled 4 on the damage die. Death save. Of course, 3. Why wouldn't it be? He's going to bonus action Fighting Spirit, gain advantage on it, and +5 temporary hit points, and then unleash 2 strikes. Yersis. Yersis is going to try a medicine check on Civ to get him up. Fails. He's going to strike at her. God damn it. 3. He has no more breath weapons he can do. Can't move. Can't move. 3 attacks. So miss, miss, and not disadvantage. Doesn't matter because he misses. Oh! Civ Welch is up. Civ Welch stands and strikes. Enraged. But not that mad. Don't want to overdo it, Civ Welch. Just mild amount of rage. Healing Word himself with his last spell slot. Of course, it'd be just a 1, but hey, it's still +5 hit points. Bonus action, Second Wind, 12, and 2 strikes. They both hit. 16 and 14 for a total of 30. Yersis, seeing her ward, the person that she is sworn to protect, sighs with relief, stands up and stabs at the guy, but misses. Ugh. Oh, wait, I also just remembered something. Civ has advantage because she bonus action helped. Right. I gotta remember these things. Oh, good, so she wouldn't have attacked him. Still would have missed the next guy. But this guy's dead, but not really. Which means she moves over there, misses her attack, and then helps. Will stab at her, hits, and unfortunately knocks her unconscious. Bandit Captain is not having a good time with this fight. He thought he would be doing better, considering that he had an entire army of people against one fighter. So he's feeling a bit nervous. So much so that now he can't hit at all. Oop, nope, didn't want to roll damage. He's shaking nervously. Civ Welch, rush forward. Hunter's mark, man. Doesn't matter, I know he's Hunter's mark. Yes. Oh, he's straight up dead because Hunter's mark damage is at least a 1. So, dead, but not really. He has no more spell slots. He will move there to stop them from getting to Ursus. Steelcrest having his own little war over here. Miss. Hit. For 9. You can do it, Ursus. Okay. 1 success. Band captain's going to disengage and try to flee. Bandit hears him running by, walks by, says, "What's up, Captain?" Captain says, "Intruder, delay him, please. Now." So, forgot. Upon hearing an intruder, he'll use his other 25, or he'll do what he can to get there. Strike at Civ. Thank God misses. Civ will strike back with a Hunter's mark. Oh. For 10 at 1 HP. His quarry's getting away. Charge. Bonus action. Fighting Spirit. Gain up to 5. Oh, he hasn't been hit since last time we did it. Oh, that's fine. He kills the bandit captain and steps forward, seeing the other bandit. The other bandit's like, "Oh, it's you." And right before he doesn't die. She's up! She's up! She's up! She's in my head! She stands up, shakes her head after that big blow she just took, and sees Silwell successfully holding the lion. She will stand with her bow drawn and shoot at the bandit, killing him. Arrow right through the eye. Bandit's... well, he's gonna go down swinging. Silwell sees Ursus up and gives her a very grateful smile. Hunter's mark and attack. 8 minus 13. Boom, boom, knocks him unconscious. And then walks over, checks on her. And the last bandit is killed by Steelcrest after the grand fight of clearing out this cavern. It was harder than they thought it would be, but they still managed to do it. Steelcrest will approach them after freeing the noble, and he will make a positive note about the amount of people they took out while he was handling the rest. He says, "In no time, you guys will be able to handle this just like me. I'm good at spotting talent, and you two have talent." The noble will say, "That's nice and all, but, can I go home?" Steelcrest will turn and give him a polite, deep bow and said, "Of course, Lord Sis. We will take you back to Brecker's Rest now. To Brecker's Landing. We will take you back to Brecker's Landing now. Of course, we may need a rest in town. Though they say they're having a famine, we'll try to see what supplies we can get before we head out. Are we able to find room at a local tavern?" No. Is it because Steelcrest is a human? No. They just don't have room. Can we find room at a boarding house? No. They seem to have no room here for people to stay right now. Can we buy food? Originally it'd be a +5, but because there's a famine, I'll do just a straight roll. No. Oh boy. Okay, so we can't resupply. We can't rest inside the town walls. Oh, this ain't looking good for us. We will find a very easy place close to town to set up. Hills, this DC 8 survival check. He makes it. We find a place hidden away where we won't be disturbed during the night while we rest. So at the end of the long rest, before, I'm going to say the night before the long rest, while we're camping, I'm going to have Sybil try to gather food, try to hunt. Is he able? No, he is unable to find any type of food to forage, any type of animal to hunt. Seems like this famine is a very real threat right now. As such, he will share one of his rations with Ursus, so she doesn't get a level of exhaustion. I am assuming that Stillcrest has enough food for both himself and Lord Sid's. We get 2 encounters. Level appropriate medium encounter. Okay. I'm going to say that we get attacked by 2 Sturges. Okay. So this, in quotes, swarm of Sturges decides to go after us. Stillcrest, once again, will just watch. Make sure we don't die, but he's going to ensure that we're learning something. So Sturge is going to blood drain. So it's going to attempt to latch on the Ursus. Does not. Sturge is going to try to latch on to Civwilch. It does not. Ursus will draw her spear, dealing 10 points of damage. This is a deadly encounter, by the way, for two level 1 people. Which I guess I can kind of believe, because they just keep draining you. Shillelagh and then Shillelagh attack the Sturge. If they hit their attacks, I can understand this being a deadly encounter. But they're dead now. We killed 2 Sturges. Despite the fact this is an encounter, the encounter is a cool, smooth stream. Let's see if Civwilch is able to scavenge any food or animals around this stream. He does! How many days of rations does he get? 3. He gets them all to Ursus. No random encounters. Next day and the last day of the month, 2 encounters, one in midday and one in the evening before we set up camp. Heavily guarded transport passes, or 1 Coatl. I'm not going to go for Coatl because it doesn't really make sense. So the heavily armored transport is passing by. Upon noting Stillcrest, his follower Kobold, Dragonborn, and the Lord Sids on the mount, the carriage drivers, or the transport drivers, will stop and ask them if they have seen news about Iron Reach, as that is where this transportation is going. And we will tell him about the famine and about the battles in the streets. But we have taken care of one of the larger bandit groups. With that knowledge, they'll thank us and move on. And that is that evening encounter. Okay, so 98 is a Gorgon. Gorgon is CR 5. Still not great. And 4. A small dungeon or crypt has been found. We will make a note of this crypt, but not go in. So there we go. Unknown crypt. Ooh, this is chock full of encounters. So as we're picking up camp, what happens? 1 DC constrictor snakes. Can we pacify them? Maybe. Alright, Civwilch will make a DC 10 animal handling check. No, they are not willing to be pacified right now. It's game time, motherfucker. So constrictor snake will move here. There's 2 people for it to try to kill. 1 is going to try to constrict Ursus. It misses. 14. The horse is constricted. It begins to wrap around it. Lord Sids is going to run away. He's like, oh no, I'll stand over here. You guys handle that now. Civwilch. Okay. Going to Shillelagh the snake. Because we're still really early in the morning, I don't want to use too much of his limited time stuff, such as spells and racials. Ursus will stab, and she manages to kill the snake, impaling its head, before moving down and bonus action helping this one. Okay. So it's just going to try to stomp on the snake at disadvantage because it is currently restrained. Doesn't matter. 14. Yeah, the giant horse was not a big fan of that snake. So much so that it just straight up stomps its head in. Will attack at advantage and kill it with 1 swipe. And just like that, battle's over. Oh boy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have Civ Welch roll to try to get food from these guys. Oh boy, he does. That is a D10 roll. 10 days worth of rations is a level appropriate encounter. Hard difficulty. I guess we get attacked by 2 bandits plus whatever CR0 monster I feel we should put out there. So what we should be getting is an overall CR of 1 for these characters, according to this. So each bandit is a CR 1/8, which means it makes 8 of them to make a CR 1. So for the sake of making it more dangerous, let's do there. So now it's a CR 1/2 encounter because there are 2 of us, only level 1, and one of us is a sidekick. So that should work. This should be a decently challenging encounter. So the bandits will approach, waiting for us to bring Lord Sid so they can reclaim him. And as we approach, and as they wait on the side, standing out in the open to let us know we're about to be attacked, we look back to Steelcrest, who will take a step forward and cross his arms, looking at us and nodding for us to encounter them. Letting us know that he will be watching our back. The Vulture will shrug. Alright, let's see what happens. We've already killed, her and I already killed a bunch of bandits. Or, the Vulture didn't kill, technically arrested, but it's whatever. -6. Yurkus draws her bow, and she's going to shoot at this bandit on the right, and then she's going to move over here and bonus action help, because she cannot yet do it at 30 feet. Of course, this will be a crit. So it's 11. He's not dead, but he's hurt. He will only step forward a little bit, but not enter the encounter yet. Slash. Misses. The kobold swung at him. Kobold unconscious. Now, Steelcrest will get involved. He draws his sword and prepares to march forward. Ursus looks down at him. Can't really let him die. She's going to medicine check to try to help him. Oh, good. Stabilizes him. Okay, so she made the DC 10 wisdom medicine check. So he is now conscious and at 1 hit point. And is now at 1 hit point. He's going to shoot at Ursus. Hits. For max damage. Bandit is going to swing down at the kobold. Misses. Shoot at Ursus. Another crit. Against me. 7. Unconscious. Steelcrest will sigh, understanding that there's always a chance this wouldn't go well. But that's why he's here. Run up. Attack. Straight up kills this bandit. Movement here. Attack. Misses. This bandit, now afraid, because the big guy decided to get involved, misses the big guy. Civ will stand. Bonus action healing word. Ursus. There we go. Knocking him unconscious again. Not again, but for the first time. It's like, we'll leave the guard here. We'll leave him here for the guards or something. Someone will take care of him. We'll stand. Thanks, Civ Welch. And shoot at the guy who keeps nat 20. Well, both of the archers have. For some reason. Where's my nat 20 in my archery? Strike. Bandit is going to shoot at the knight. 2. Actually misses because it's 17. Steelcrest will rush over. 5, 10, 15. 20, 25, 30. 11. And kills this guy. Thus ending the encounter. Steelcrest will clean off his sword as he looks down to them and says, "Don't feel bad about that defeat. These guys, in combat, anything can happen. A lot of it is luck. But if you have enough skill, you can counteract that. Unfortunately, these guys got lucky. Doesn't mean you failed." And continuing on, the panther moves at least 20 feet straight line towards the creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn. The target must succeed a 12 con save or strength save or be knocked prone. Okay. So he is approaching at night, rushes him. He's going to make an attack at advantage because he's stealthed. That hits. That's 4. Horse must make a strength save. Makes it, is not prone, but the panther is now on it, biting at it. To which the horse will then kick at it. Missing. Steelcrest seeing that and hearing it, and the horse neighing, wakes everyone else up, so he runs over and stabs at it, and he's probably going to kill it because it's level 5. Oh no, it's a nat 1, but human inspiration, it means that he can re-roll that, and hits. 16. Kills the panther. Just one big sweep. Get off my horse. And goes back. That is this day's encounter. 1 in the morning while we're packing up camp. So the CR 1/2 was a medium encounter. Did do us in though because we both got critted. I feel like if it wasn't for that we would have done well. What do we get? What attacks us in the morning? Let's do 2 gnolls. Because I know for a fact that gnolls can be deadly. And also I like gnolls. So we will need Steelcrest's help because this is a CR1, which is hard to deadly for us. But do they stealth? Well, they stealth, but are they good at it? 3. No, we hear them cackling. We hear them cackling as Lord Sid mounts the horse and we prepare to leave. And Steelcrest, his eyes will sort of widen for a moment and as he says, oh no. And draws his great sword. And he looks around trying to pinpoint the cackling and says, prepare yourselves. Gnolls are near. No training this time. Just kill him. Just kill him and get it over with. These things, they're no joke. Taking his advice to heart, we will draw our appropriate weapons. And we hear them coming up, climbing up this rock cliff, this rock face. Eudersis will go over here and hold an action to fire an arrow at the first one she sees. Noel climbs up. It's a face full of arrow. 14, AC 15 misses. So it just blocks it as a shield. That would have taken half his movement to climb up, I'll say. He has 15 left. Gets there. He has 20 feet of movement. Gets there. Civ Wilch will move here. He already shillelied his weapon as part of his prep, so he's going to Hunter's Mark the Gnoll. That hits. 12. And Hunter's Mark damage for an additional 4. There's a big old whoosh as he just clubs him in the side of the ear, doing a jumping strike because Civil's just much smaller than the gnoll. We'll run over here, attack this gnoll. He'll miss. He'll attack again. He'll hit, and he'll do a pushing strike because this isn't going to kill. So pushing him back 10 feet, and then rush over here. An action surge. Let's use that now because you don't want these things getting the upper hand. Attack. 10. Dead. So we did this, and then he's going to move the rest of the way there. She hits the gnoll. The gnoll lives. The gnoll, while hurt, so this is just a regular gnoll, it doesn't get multi-attack or anything. It is going to rush, bite. It hits. Cackling as it just digs its fangs into her arm. Civ Wilch doesn't like that. He's gonna shoot a sorcerer's burst at him and miss. Well, he tried. Steelcrest, charge! 10 kills him. Luckily, Stillcrest is here, otherwise that probably would have killed us. Stillcrest will sigh a sigh of relief as the gnolls die, look around for any others, and quietly backs up to the horse, saying, where there's one, there's more. For every one gnoll you see, there's always two, hiding somewhere. Let's get out of here before it gets too bad, and before the rest find us. Agreeing, which will just do a quick healing on her because they don't have time to rest, because more gnolls may appear. And that's the only encounter for that day. We make it to Brecker's Landing. The gate is heavily guarded, the walls massive and stone. And the city is littered with towers and castles and keeps and houses. It's a massive city. Many people immigrating here after the discovery of the land, wanting a new start or fresh start to tame the unknown areas. We return the Lord to his estate in the upper district of Brecker's Landing, where he offers Stillcrest the reward. And Stillcrest will say, "This was not a difficult task for me. I offer my reward instead to them," he says, pointing to Sivwilch and Yrsith, saying, "After all, they did most of the work. I, this time, was just the muscle." The noble, not really believing that, because Stillcrest has a reputation, and these two are no names, and one of them is what is considered a monstrous race, will be like, if that's what you wish, that's, I guess, fine by me. Let's see, the Sivwilch and Yrsith are rewarded with 1,600 copper? Was it? Copper. 400 silver. 70 gold. So dividing it up between the two of them, that is 800 copper, 200 silver, and 35 gold. We prepare to leave, go back to the mercenary guild to put in our application for more hiring, when Stillcrest stops us and says, "You both did very well out there this week, and I'm proud to have worked alongside you. If you would like, I would like to hire you again sometime in the future for personal work. But next time, I won't be able to do all the heavy lifting. I took an easy job this time so I could try to train some newcomers about the ways of the world, about the dangers of adventuring, how to properly compose yourself. I think you two could use some more training, but I'd like to hire you on for more difficult jobs, if you do not mind." Yrsith, being Sivwilch's follower, will look down to him, and he thinks for a moment, looking at the gold and up to Stillcrest, one of the few humans to treat him with respect, and says, "Yes, we'd like to work with you again. Give us time. Yes? Let us train so we be better." And Stillcrest will give him a polite nod and a kind smile before giving him a very polite and deep bow, saying, "Until we meet again, Sir Kobold, I look forward to seeing how you advance." And Stillcrest will leave the party as we complete the job and we level up. So, house rules: between adventures, utility, training. Between adventures, there we go, training and gain levels. As a variant rule, you can require character to spend a downtime training or studying before they gain the benefits of a new level. If you choose this option, once a character has earned enough experience points to attain a new level, he or she must train for a number of days before gaining any class features associated with the new level. So we're going to the second level, so we must train for 10 days. And on top of that, we must also pay for staying at where we're staying for 10 days. In stay per day. So I'm going to assume that money, or that the food here is also a part of our lifestyle expense. So we're training until the 13th, and I'll say that we're staying at a modest place. We spend the 10 days training on our knowledge. I connect more with nature and the dragon blood within me to unlock the 2 new powerful cantrips. Druidcraft, which can allow me to detect weather, cause plant growth, and leave hidden messages for others who can speak the druidic language. And Magic Stone, that allows me to use my spellcasting modifier to attack at range, meaning that all the arrows that we find I can give now to Ursus. And then Ursus learns how to become quicker, hones her mind so that she may dash, disengage, or dodge as a bonus action. She does not want to be left behind anymore. Not that she was ever left behind, but she doesn't want to be away from me for too long. Kind of her sovereign because she owes me her life. Civil doesn't see it like that, but she does. So now we can go back to that abandoned tomb. I cannot name this, but we will take some time to do another quest ourselves, away from the watchful eyes of Sir Stillcrest. We want to be able to become good our own. So let's see how many days passed after training do we find a quest. 5. So we spend 5 more days, so minus 25. Not really burning through our savings because we have so much of it, but we spend the time searching for work until finally it comes upon us. 76. An adventurer is thrown into a life-threatening situation, environmental or otherwise. We learn this quest, overheard conversation. Ooh. Alright, I have to ask Oracle, is it Misty? I'm gonna roll with advantage because I really want it to be Misty. Just shame 3, just no. Alright, well it's not Misty, so she didn't get in trouble. Good to know. It might be Grey Mantle though. I mean, this is a perfect time for us to get another sidekick. Grey Mantle? Yes. Okay, well, Grey Mantle's in danger. So, save adventurer. So we overheard people talking about a missing dwarven cleric. How many keywords do we get? 3. Alright, let's go to the keywords. Foliage. I realize it's hard for me to type when I can't see the keyboard, even when I'm not looking at the keyboard because my peripherals are used to it. 263. Few. Admission. Foliage, few, and admission. So admission and few kind of go well together, because if something requires admission, that means only a few people would be allowed in, and this dwarf was probably one of the people. The foliage I don't fully get. Does the foliage mean, are we dealing with blights again? Because that could be it. Or maybe a druid kidnapped him or something. Either way, foliage says that he's out there in the forest somewhere. Do we hear of a lead? Oh, yes, we do. The lead is how many other keywords? Oh, all 6 of them. Bones. Bridge. Glitter. Wealth. Yeah, that's gold. 150 again. More wealth. Title. So, what we have here is we overheard people talking about a missing dwarven cleric. What we got is that he went into the forest with a small expedition to go to some place that was known for bones. There was a bridge, there's glitter, a bunch of wealth was talked about. Not all the glitter is gold, however. And title. Maybe the person who built the group was someone with an important title. I'm going to say +5 because evidence is pointing to this. Is this relevant to the crypt we found? 10, maybe. Let's see. Would it be a history check or... Yeah, I'll have it be history for both of us. So 19 and natural 20. So I'm saying that I get to... Because I rolled good on the maybe table, I get to choose where the story goes. And I'm saying that crypt. We gotta go fight undead in that crypt. Okay, well, we'll head down there. Find Grey Mantle. Oh, 1 random encounter. It is at night after we just got done setting up camp. Oh, a lost weeping child. You know, we're setting up a camp. The child came to us and is crying, is wanting to be taken home to their family. Is it a boy or girl child? It's a young girl. She's lost in the forest, doesn't know how to get home. Yeah, we'll help her out. And maybe the family will let us stay with them for the night. So first thing we gotta do is try to find the trail leading home. 21. Civ Wilch is able to find that trail. So it's the dead of night. There we go. So it's the dead of night when this poor little child finds us. She's separated from her parents. Well, her parent, it looks like. There's only room for one. He's the parent, a mother, or a father. Eats a father. Father, daughter. And in the late of night, we knock on the door. We hear some rustling. Some grumbling. The door opens, showing the father. And the father, upon seeing the Dragonborn holding the young girl, is like, what? She was... Where have you been? Were you exploring the forest again? And the girl nods, and Eustace puts her down. She runs to her father. Says, "Thank you, adventurers. Thank you. She's an explorative one. Yeah. No, you didn't have to help, but because you did, let me reward you. It's all I have." And he walks back into his house and comes back out with a potion of healing. A single potion of healing. We'll give that to Yersis, because she doesn't have any healing, while Sivlich does. And he gives us permission to... There's not enough room in his house, but he does give us permission to camp outside if we want. So we will. Alright, let's do 2 more knolls. Looking for easy food. These calculating creatures come up to this cavern, or come up to this cottage. Do they attempt to stealth? Well, they will attempt to stealth, but are they stealthed? Oh my god. Well, beats our passive perceptions. The first round is a surprise round on us. The gnoll sneaks up in the brush, and before breaking stealth, shoots at one of us. Misses both of us, but it would have been at Yersis. Hiding in the brush, can do the same thing against someone. Hits either one. That's Sivwilch for 6. Sivwilch is surprised. Yersis. Yersis, not liking that at all. Rush forward. Spear. Okay. He's going to throw down his bow and attempt to bite her. Misses. She doesn't want to get bit again. She's like, fuck no! Just pulls away. Sivwilch is going to primal savagery this person. So despite getting acid claws and teeth, unable to land a hit. There's 2 targets within range. That's Sivwilch. Misses. Yersis. Also, his attack would have been at advantage. Fuck, forgot. Need to remember. Need to remember me. For 6. Okay. Noel's pretty focused on her, so he's going to bite again. Oof, 19. For max, 6 damage. That's her. Misses. Civ is going to try to primal savagery again. This time moving over here. Well, +2 with Yersis actually hits. Thank God. And it would have been at advantage. Hold on. Can it be a crit? No. But it's still 6 acid damage. Advantage because of fucking... almost an at 20. Max damage. She kills the gnoll, impaling it on her spear, and then rushes this gnoll. This is an enemy that Silvilch is willing to kill, because he has no reason to believe they're anything more than beasts. They walk on 2 feet, but they cackle, they attack. If they weren't here, they probably would have killed this man and child. With him here, yes. Yes. And help. Misses. Only hitting because we're flanking him, by the way. 2 enemies. That's Ursus. That hits. For once, not max damage. You got this, Silvilch. You can primal savagery this guy to death. Do you do it? As long as it's not a 1, you should be good. 9. Good, good. The Silvilch slaps the gnoll very, very heartily with acid claws, latching onto him as he just melts his fur and flesh, killing the gnoll with the acid that burns. Suddenly, the father rushes out after hearing a commotion and seeing Ursus bleeding pretty profoundly, and Silvilch standing over the bodies of the corpses, or the bodies of the gnolls, will be like, "What happened?" And Silvilch will tell him, "Yeah, gnolls followed you. Methinks they wanted child." He's gonna cast a healing word at her. Oh boy, this... Well, thank you for taking care of them. Feel free to be on your way. We're gonna pack up and we're gonna head into the city walls. It's far too dangerous out here these days. Ursus will nod and say, "Yeah, that's a good idea. We're just gonna rest here for a little bit and then we'll be on our way." He gives her an approving nod, and they take a short rest to regain some hit points. Oh, we get 1 encounter. That's after we've set off and we're on the road. 4 and 8. Love to see it. 4 is a badger or poisonous snakes. Fuck. And 8 is a sinkhole has opened nearby. How fitting that we're looking for someone who has disappeared inside of an underground cavern. Is the sinkhole related to our quest? No. So we will be disinterested in this. For now, anyway. But that's the only thing that happens is a sinkhole appears. And we're like, you fucking move. Don't want that. Don't, no. Bad. And we make it to the entrance of the crypt. And that is where I will end for now. I've been recording for about 4.5 hours. Having a lot of fun with this one. Having a trainer, someone teaching Silvilch and Ursus the ways, was actually a really good idea. I like the idea of a higher level person mentoring lower level people. And it made that first quest very easy. Like, not that we did almost die, but because of him, we didn't. So that's nice. So we're heading down into this. We're heading down to this crypt because a battle cleric by the name of Derek Graham. Is it Derek here? Greymantle is the name I give most of my dwarves because I really like the name. Okay. Oh, no, potential psychics. Yep, it's Derek. So Derek Greymantle is our new guy. I'm gonna have to level him down 1 level down because he doesn't get any of his level 3 abilities. All right. So next time we'll delve into the crypt, try to save Derek Greymantle. With luck, we might be able to recruit him to our cause of becoming more powerful. So eventually we can explore the untamed lands and see what this world holds for us. But for now, this has been Farwolf, and I hope to see you guys next time. Berabua, Gaspanot, my friends.